Good morning, class. Happy Friday. Welcome to today's math lesson. So today we are learning something new, okay? We are starting our unit on ratio, okay? So at the start of a new unit means that you get new anchor charts. So you should have these in your package, so feel free to get those out. They'll help you all along the way. And they also explain what ratio is. So ratio is the relative sizes of two or more quantities. Okay, that's what it means. That's what ratio means. Okay, so it's not always going to be the actual numbers, right? It's just relative to each other, which is why you see this, the ratio of apples to pears is 3 to 2, and the ratio of oranges to watermelons is also 3 to 2. Okay, even though there's 6 watermelons and 9 oranges. So you'll learn more about that on Monday. Today we're just going to be working with numbers like this, where it is the actual numbers. And I'm sorry, it's 3 to 5. my mistake. Okay, so the second page shows you how to find ratio. Okay, and so you'll be able to use that along the way. And I'm going to show you a few examples on the board here now as well. Okay, because I have my lovely drawings here behind me. So when we do ratio, we're relating one number to another, or one quantity to another. Okay, so the ratio of pink circles to blue circles is 3 to 5. Okay, I'm going to do it in the colors because we have 3, and then we're going to put our colon in the middle because the colon means 2 basically. So nice colon. 2, 5. Okay, so the ratio of pink to blue is 3 to 5. But if the question asks you, what is the ratio of blue circles to pink circles, the ratio of blue to pink is 5 to 3. So when you come across ratio questions, you have to keep track of what group or what quantity you're being asked to list first and which quantity you're being asked to list second. Okay? So the ratio of pink to blue is 3 to 5, and the ratio of blue to pink is 5 to 3. All right. But again, you can do more than just the actual numbers. So if you see on this side, we have a lot more counters. There are 6 orange counters and 10 green counters. Okay, but we can group these together. So I'm going to start by just grouping them into groups of 2. Okay, so that means that there are 3 groups of red counters. Okay, because we can group the greens into 2 as well. Okay, and there are 5 groups of 2 counters. Okay, so that means that the ratio of orange to green, while at first it looks like it's going to be 6 to 10, it's actually going to turn into 3 to 5. Because we list ratios in their simplest form. So this is something you're familiar with fractions. You'll find that ratios feel quite familiar to you because it has to do with fractions too. Okay? So do you see how that works? So the ratio of orange, so groups of counters, is 3 to green 5. So again, it's the groups of counters. All right. So you can call these units, right? So there's 3 units of orange counters, even though there's 6 orange counters. Okay, so that's just a demonstration of how ratios work. So now we're going to turn to your textbook to see some more examples of what it looks like. So if you could turn with me to page 71, I'll give you a second. We're going in our textbooks to page 71, and we'll see the examples that they have for us. Okay, so the first example says, David and John visited an art supply store. David bought 3 bottles of blue ink and 2 bottles of red ink. The ratio of the number of bottles of blue ink to the number of bottles of red ink is 3:2. Okay, and so you see that there? So 3 blue bottles to 2 red bottles. So our ratio is 3:2. Okay, for the second question, John bought 5 boxes of blue pens and 2 boxes of red pens. So the ratio of the number of blue pens to the number of red pens is 5:2. So you see that there because there's 5 blue boxes of pens and 2 red boxes of pens. The ratio is 5:2. Okay, so let's flip the page and look here. On page 72, here's our first question where it's not written down for us. It says, Ricardo mixed 3 cans of red paint with 1 can of white paint. So the ratio of the amount of red paint to the amount of white paint is 3:1. But the ratio of the amount of white paint to the amount of red paint is something else. Think about, what is it? You're right. It's 1:3 because it's asking you for the white paint first and then the red paint. Okay, so again, let's look at number 2. So you see the jam jars in their boxes, and the ratio of the number of jars of jam to the number of jars of jelly is 3:2 because it's 3 boxes and 2 boxes. Which means that the ratio of the number of boxes of jelly first to the number of bottles of jam is what? So when we put jelly first, that means we have to do 2:3. So 2:3. There's our second ratio. Okay, and let's just look at the last example on this page. Here we have chocolate milk and strawberry milk. Yum. So the ratio of the number of packets of chocolate milk to the number of packets of strawberry milk is what? So we see that the rows are the same size. So even though there's more than that amount, there's 2 rows of chocolate milk and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of strawberry milk. So chocolate milk to strawberry milk is 2:5. Okay, but the ratio of the number of packets of strawberry milk to the number of packets of chocolate milk is 5:2. Okay, 5:2, because it's asking you for strawberry first. Okay, so when you're doing your practice today, keep in mind which number it's asking you to put first, okay? And make sure you're putting your colon in between them. All right, so your practice is going to be exercise 34, which is on pages 82 and 83 of your workbook. So if you have any questions, of course, let me know. And you can still bring me questions for next Thursday's Zoom lesson as well. So don't forget to use your anchor charts and hop to it.